Good morning. As an entrepreneur, you need to have a lot of energies all the times. Sort of a life, you can't be with low energies. So, namaskar. So, late good morning and early noon. Yeah. So, guys, first of all, thank you, Professor. And thank you, Sanjay. Thank you, sir, for nice delivery. And thank you, Sanjay and Raj, sir. Raj, sir is not here. He called me here, and thanks to ISB. It's an honor to be here, It's absolutely a privilege for me to be here. So honestly, I never went to, sir, any business schools. I was not good in studies. But what brought us here? You can relate yourself now in just coming 15, 20 minutes or maybe half an hour. It took us 30 years to come to this platform. 30 years. And I've been given only 30 minutes. So I had to catch up the story of AU Bank, How many of you heard of AU Small Finance Bank? Oh, thank God. My job is saved, At least you have heard of AU Small Finance Bank. Yeah. So I'll just take you deep through the journey of, our bank, my bank. A lot of pride gone into it, till today. So, guys, okay, yeah, I'll say this, right? So, AU Bank is a real growth story of India. It's a real story of India, I can tell you guys. Whatever we got it in India. And myself, my founder, promoter, MD, CEO, Sanjay Agrawal, we both are first generation entrepreneur, belongs to very humble and middle class families, no business in families. Came from very middle class family. So we have gone through, the grind, shown resilience. I'll take you to the journey. You can see ups and downs, highs and lows, failures and time of failures, we faced. But we always challenge the status quo. As an entrepreneur, as an MSME, or as a starting a new business startup, you always need to challenge status quo. Why this? Aisa kyun? At all the times, at all the stages. Whatever we made today, because of we challenge status quo. Otherwise, in just a competitive world, as an NBFC, as a bank, it's the most competitive world. And to make a road in this competitive sector, you can say that, and which is highly regulated, highly regulated, it's very difficult. And so we laid a foundation for our banking. We are trying to do that, So journey started in, can I have some water, please? Can I have some water, please? Sorry. So journey started in 1996, friends. It's from Jaipur. One thing you should remember, the bank is made from Jaipur. Small city, tier 2 city of Rajasthan. It's the capital of Rajasthan, but you can understand in 1996 what Jaipur was, So journey started in 1996. So Sanjay is first generation entrepreneur. His father was salaried. He was engineer in Rajasthan State Electricity Board. No money in the family and no business in the family. He passed his start accountancy in 1996 as a rank holder. He was also not good in studies, but somehow he was only interested in playing cricket. He was a played state also, captain of his team. And one day, uncle scolded him, Sanjay, kya karega yaar? Cricket se kaam nahi chalne wala hai and you can't become a big cricketer. Kuch karo life mein. So somehow, I'm a common student, chalo CA kar leta hu. He passed CA in 1996 with the rank holder in India. And he was not interested in doing some practice. You understand, in 1996 in Jaipur, what CA can do? You filing a sales tax return, income tax return, and आपको साल के 2-2,500 रुपए मिलेंगे by filing returns, and वो भी आपको delayed मिलेंगे. So you are not interested in doing any practice. So he scouted somewhere that financing, let's start financing of vehicle financing, right? 3-wheeler, old vehicles, because at that time only Citibank was there as an organized financer, or maybe small NBFCs were there. So he figured out, there's a gap in financing, let's start a financing company. So you want to start a capital intensive business. The raw material is money. in and out, output is money, and no money in family. How to start it? So through his father, from where he passed it out, started accountancy, he did his articleship. He went to some HNIs of the Jaipur and borrowed some money. He borrowed some money from HNIs of Jaipur and firm which is today AU Small Finance Bank. At that time, it was LN Finco Gems Private Limited, owned by that HNIs. Money was given by HNIs, and the condition was money will come into the company at 18%. You lend it at whatever you want, 36, 42 at that time, and whatever loss is yours, expenses is yours, whatever profit is there. After 18%, profit will be 50-50. That is how in 1996, the company got started, right? So from 1996 to 2003, it was a learning curve. Where to land, whom to land, one-man army. The collections, what customers, what geography, where to land, how to collect, judicial, police, everything. Now the fear of lending goes out then, to those customers where they do have income, but they don't have a documented income. They are very vulnerable, very, very small MSMEs, you can say that. Very small, self-employed, startup self-employed. So that is how it started. So 1996 to 2003, it was a learning curve. And we became the DSAs of the bank. We became the DSA of the HDFC Bank, DSA of the City Bank for sourcing personal loans, auto loans for them and getting commission for them, So how organized world works and how your unorganized world works, we were working on that. So 2003, HDFC was looking for some local partner in Rajasthan. They want to have some local NBFCs or were niche of to those, tier 2, tier 3 cities beyond Jaipur city limits. So we tied up with HDFC Bank that time and replaced HNI's money to HDFC Bank. HDFC gave us money and we, the same model, no loss to HDFC Bank, and we'll be lending to those customers where HDFC not lending, and it's a PSL, so priority sector lending, we started that. So then from 2003 to 2008, we learned a lot from HDFC Bank. Hear me carefully, you can relate when I take you to the present. We learned a lot from HDFC Bank, how organized bank works, processes, policies, collections, credit, the organized world. And in that 5 years, we disbursed 500 crores through HDFC Bank. In 2008, our loan outstanding was 200 crores. That was on the HDFC book. He was just the sourcing agent, but the responsibility was ours. And from 1996 to 2008, we earned 5 crores. Our capital was 5 crores in 2008, late to 2007, So we earned 5 crores, decent. 10 साल में 5 crore रुपए कमा लिए थे, And in 2008, HDFC came to us, guys, your capital is 5 crores, your outstanding is 200 crores, you guys are doing well, collections are very well, but you are 40 times leverage. Here comes the capital word, You are 40 times leverage with 5 crore capital, you have leverage, 40 times leverage of 200 crores. Nothing doing. Need to bring capital. Believe us, in 2008, capital क्या होती है? अरे कैसे आती है? At that time, private equity was, you just bringing up. It was just coming. It was not that known. So we were in Jaipur. ये capital कैसे मिलेगी? How to get that capital? Somehow we got to know something that there is bird called private equity in this scenario. We went to Mumbai from Jaipur. Or let's scout for the capital. We met a lot of people, lot of rejections. Yeah, it's such a small company from Jaipur, no balance sheet. You're just a channel partner of HDFC Bank. How come? No private equity. So वो एक गाना है ना, 2 दीवाने शहर में रात में और दोपहर में equity ढूंढते हैं, equity मांगते हैं. So lot of rejections happened. Somehow we met Mr. Ramdev Agarwal of Motilal Oswal. This center name is Motilal Oswal Executive Center. We met Ramdev ji in 2008, Motilal Oswal, and showed our balance sheet, everything. He said, "Yaar, you're so small, came from Jaipur. एक chartered accountant, Sanjay was chartered accountant. I'm just a BCom graduate. Sorry, that too, 3rd division. So एक ये BCom है, एक chartered accountant है from Jaipur, Marwadis, Madus. कैसे आ गए यार तू मुंबई यार? And how come HDFC gave you 200 crores on a capital of 5 crores? And that 5 crores is also you earned from 2003 to 2008. It's very unheard and very unlikely from HDFC Bank, because HDFC Bank that time also was very conscious, very conservative towards lending everything. So guys, you go back, let me check from HDFC, and you call me after 15 days. So after a fortnight, we called Ramdev ji. Sir, anything? He said, guys, come over. We went to Mumbai. And he said, yeah, I checked about you from Aditya Puri. He was a MD and CEO of HDFC Bank. We all know that. A lot of Paresh Shatankar, he was a friend. Then he said, guys, if Aditya Puri can give you 200 crores on 5 crore capital, I can take bet on 20 crores. So the first equity we got in this company in 2008, 20 crores, the equity of, it's in the domain, 35%. They took 35% by giving 20 crores. You can check what was the valuation. 60 crores, something like that, 2008. And then we came back and started building our own loan book. And then it's a capital intensive business. Every 2 years you can't leverage more, so you need to bring capital. So 2010, we onboarded IFC, World Bank, and then Warburg Pincus, Kedara. Everything was going well, We formed one AU housing company also, which is today Awas Financiers, jo humne baad mein divest kar di thi when we became the bank. And we were housing one insurance company also. Life was going well. 2015, RBI came out with the category of small finance bank. And when we read those draft guidelines, we were so excited. Whatever we were doing for the last 20 years, it was just written there in that draft guidelines. And if you're in a financial sector, the best platform to be is a bank. What you can aspire of. So we gathered some courage and applied to RBI for the small finance bank. We were very small. So RBI got 72 applications, friends, all over India. 10 licenses were given in India, small finance bank, Out of that, 8 were microfinance companies. 1 was local area bank of Punjab. And we were the only NBFC. Asset financing company that time. We got that license. And believe me, why I am telling you this is a real India growth story. No phone call from RBI. This is the most prestigious, most difficult platform to get, license to get in any country in India also. We got this license only because on our merits, our application, they checked everything about us. For last 20 years, they checked about us. We got this license. So we got 18 months to transfer from NBFC to bank. And 19th April, 2017, we converted our NBFC to bank. And I just show you the data also, what we are present today. And in this last 7-8 years also, guys, we bought one small finance bank, which is Fincare Small Finance Bank last year. We acquired that bank, And last year, August, RBI gave us the in-principle approval to convert from small finance bank to universal bank. That has never happened in last 11 years. There is no precedent in the RBI history also. No bank has been promoted from any cooperative bank or small finance bank to universal bank. This will happen for the first time. So this is, till 2017. Yeah. So this is the data of 2017, So customer base 5 lakhs. When we started bank from NBFC, our customers were 5 lakhs. It took us 20 years to generate 5 lakh customers. In last 8.5 years, near to 9 years, I think this April will be completing 9 years. Now we have a customers of 1.25 crores. 22x. Employees, when we became bank, it was 8,500 employees. Now it's 60,000 employees in the bank, 60,000 families working for the bank. Because it's a, as Professor Sir said, it's a people business. It's a phygital model. You need to have physical branches. You need to have people also. And the touch points. We converted 300 branches, NBFC to bank that time. Now we are pan-India presence of 2,726 touch points all over India. Deposits, we were non-deposit taking NBFC. We garnered 1,38,000 crores of deposits in last 8.5 years. It has never happened in the banking industry. First 10 years, no bank able to garner this kind of deposits. Gross loan portfolio. Remember my loan outstanding in 2008 was what? 200 crores with a capital of 5 crores. Now my GLP gross loan portfolio from 10,700 to 1,30,000 crores of loan outstanding as we close December 25. Total assets, the balance sheet. It was 10,000 crores in 2017. Now it's 1,75,000 crores. 1.75 trillion, friends. It's very easy to say to me, it's a number to you, but what has gone into it? If you want to see how many zeros come into 1.75 trillion, it's difficult to count the zeros. We have lived the journey. Capital was 2008, 5 crores. Now the shareholders fund, when we committed to bank, it was 2,200, and now December, it is 19,000 crores of capital. Yeah. Sir, you said price to book. I can say that AU Bank, and nobody knows normally, AU Bank is most probably the highest price to book bank in the country. It has never happened, sir. My PAT was 300 crores. December, my PAT was 2,313 crores. We are the largest small finance bank in the country. And we are now pan-India, CASA ratio is 29%. These are the data, stable deposit 80%. Cost of fund is, my cost of fund when we started company in 1996, it was 18%. Right? And no loss to HNIs. Profit is 50-50. Now my cost of fund is 6.61. Yield. My loan outstanding at 1,30,000. Yield is 13.8%. Average yield. Gross NPA is 2.30, and this is a crucial point. Net NPA 0.88%. That's a responsibility. What we have access to unlimited deposits from the depositors. We are the custodian of the money. If I am not lending right, these delinquencies cannot be there. Because of consciousness, at that yield, to those customers, vulnerable customers, so-called vulnerable customers, they are not vulnerable, but so-called vulnerable customers, delinquency is this. And my 60% advances goes to MSMEs, because I also come from there only. My still average ticket size is only sub 10 lakhs. As a small finance bank, my 50% loan book should be below 25 lakhs to individual customer. That's a condition to RBI. So that you should go to tier 2, tier 3, urban poor, where bank doesn't lend. That is why the small finance bank category came into India. So in 8.5 years or near to 9 years, by size, I am number 12 in the country in all private banks. Number 12 in the country, just 8 years old. By market cap, sir, by market cap, I am number 6 in the country in private banks. So valuation of 65 to 70 crores in 2008, it's an outcome. Today I'm somewhere 75,000 crores of market cap. It's 1,000 times. And by ROA, sir, profitability. By ROA, in private banks, I am number 4 in the country. Maybe number 5 today. Only 8.5 years. So, a lot of things has gone into it. A lot of ups and downs we have seen. Highs and lows. Last 30 years, you can say that. Yeah. So I'll take you forward. It's all, pan-India. We are very dense in South also. When we acquired Fincare Small Finance Bank, we got the South network actually. You imagine, company started with the borrowed money. DSAs of the bank, borrowed money from SDFC, got money from institutions, and then you became bank, which is the most difficult to get, and then you acquire one bank, and now you get the approval of Universal. You see the journey. It has never happened in the history of any financial services. Yeah. So now, as a bank, I'm a complete bank, catering most of to MSMEs, because I also belong to your fraternity. You can say that. So it's just, you can say everything is there in the bank. Whatever you need, from scratch to any big corporate houses, I can cater those services. Everything, physical, faster chat, everything. These are all in English, I can tell you. But what all the products we created in last 8.5 years in the bank, again, with pride, I can tell you that it has never happened in the banking industry. All banks, minimum takes first 10 years to learn how to get settled. You can see the history of HDFC, ICCI, Axis, Kotak, Yes Bank. First 10 years, please go. It's there in the domain. First years, that has never happened. Yeah. So this is all products, this is, you can think of what bank can provide. It's not just a small finance bank because, still India, people ask, what is this small finance bank? Because it's a new category, But we are a full-fledged, complete bank for all the Indians. Everything, technology, we are very agile in technology, very advanced in technology, invested heavily in technology when we became the bank. And the state-of-the-art technology, world best, very agile we have, Yeah. So this is important. What brought us here, IPO. 2017, we listed ourselves, Before IPO, you can be a hero of your own society, within your families, within your friends. People acknowledge you, yeah, you have done a good job and everything and all that. But IPO is a real testament to your journey. Because public acceptance is the biggest acceptance. If public accepts you as a company, as a balance sheet, as a business model, as a promoter, that's a real testament. And that's on quarter. What Raj sir said, mentally, you have to be very mentally strong. So IPO is based on that, public trust, governance, compliance, it should be the topmost, the highest. There is no compromise on that. There is no negotiable on that. As a banker, what I say, कि आप गलती से भी गलती नहीं कर सकते. Ignorance of law is not an excuse to as a banker. Because I'm a banker, I have access to hard-earned money of the depositors. That is how, if you go for the IPO, your governance, your compliance, your self-conduct should be the highest. And as always, there can't be any gap. Please take care of that. And that these three things, stability, you need to generate capital, reserve capital, preserve capital at all the times. In the vulnerable times, 1 or 2, 3, 4 years here and there because of COVID, GST, demon, that Ukraine crisis, the high interest rate scenarios, a lot of vulnerabilities are there. In last 80 years, what has not happened to us? What Ross sir was telling. When we were making banks, the demon happened, and then GST happened, then, bank crisis happened, then mother of all, COVID happened, then high rate scenario, then wars. What has not happened? We never got 1 or 2 years straight to work, but still the growth came. So the stability is very important. You need to be capitalized adequately. Sustainability. Friends, credible businesses require stability. I'm sorry to say that I meet a lot of youngsters, they don't have patience. बहुत जल्दी business change कर लेते हैं, it's not working, let's change. Or you play for the galleries. अब IPO आए हैं, market को दिखाना है, valuation करना है, let's play for the galleries. No guys, you have to stay on the pitch. It's a test match. It's not T20 or it's not a ODI. It's a test match. You have to be there on the pitch. Test match start हुआ है, first day है, windy है, Australians bowling कर रहे हैं, आप batting कर रहे हैं, opening आए हैं, ball तेज आएगी, zup निकलेगी, bounce भी होगा, but you have to stay there on the pitch. If you get out early, next day when next player will come, he will make the centuries and you will be watching him from the gallery. You have to stay there. You have to stay on the pitch. Sustainability के लिए, you need to stick to your business model. Believe yourself, what CK sir said. Believe yourself. You are into the right model. We'll make it succeed. Because 1 or 2 years in this scenario, it will come. You can't help it. So, the Samajdari, Imandari and Zimmedari. They are just 3 words, but you need to go into it, What is Samajdari, what is Imandari and Zimmedari? It's towards your business, towards your society, towards your economy, towards your country. You have to have that conduct within you. And then scalability. You have to stay relevant. We talk about, hum jab bank bana rahe the, it was technology. Your bank should be very agile and technology driven. 2017. Now we talk about 6 months back or 1 year back, AI, JI, so many things. You never know what will happen after 1 year. Something new will be talking. But you have to stay relevant for your business. What is there? You should be agile, you should be nimble to accept those changes. And you're able to do those changes in your businesses. Please remember that. You have to be agile. For scalability, you should be relevant to yourself, to your business model, to the society also. Otherwise, this stability, sustainability and scalability not going to happen. Believe me. Stay on the pitch. So, I think I have only 4 minutes. I said took 30 years to come here to ISB and only 30 minutes. Fine. Sir, I never went to business school, sir.
You have a PhD program.
Oh, okay, sir. सर मैं आपका अगर स्टूडेंट होता मुझे क्लास से बाहर निकाल देते बिकॉज आई एम ए 3rd डिवीजन बीकॉम ग्रेजुएट है वो भी फ्रॉम दिल्ली सो इंडिया स्टोरी गाइस वी नो लॉट अबाउट इंडिया believe us guys we all big companies of the world it comes from US. I was just talking to professors, why not from India? TCS was 1 lakh market crore in somewhere 2006 and we were so small at that time. 1 lakh crore of market cap of TCS in 2006. Whatever balance sheet of HDFC Bank was having in 2008. It's a real India story. And what is going to happen in India for coming 2-3 decades? Guys, it's exploding. We just can't imagine what has happened in last 30 years and what will happen in coming 30 years. You just can't imagine. Just stick to it. Stick to your business model, stick to your belief and whatever you are doing, please shiddat se kariye. If you do everything from shiddat, kainat aapka saath degi. Remember the Shah Rukh Khan dialogue? So that will happen. India is the best country to work in and we are so fortunate they are born in India. आज से 20 साल पहले 30 साल पहले all youngsters used to say we go to US, we go to UK or Europe or Australia. India में कुछ नहीं है यार. It's not happening in India. Please tell yourself, your colleagues, friends, children, don't curse India. Now India is the best country to live in, best country to work in, and we are so fortunate they are born in India and our age, your age, not my age. I'm so old now. Yeah. Your age is the right side. You see, you are going to see 20, 30 years of India, 40 years of India. The reforms they are getting done in India, the policies, the ease of doing business, but it takes time. 1.4 billion people. मैं अपनी कंपनी में कुछ चेंज करना चाहता हूँ, takes time. Just give some time to yourself, to the country, to the economy, to the political hierarchy. But what is going to happen? Imagine, we took 75 years to come to 4 trillion. India took 75 years to reach to 4 trillion. When Ramdev Devji came to us in 2009 in Jaipur, he said, Uttam is a GDP of 1 trillion. You see what will happen? That was a trillion क्या होता है? अब 2000 क्या समझा रहे हो हमको? छोटे से NBFC पैसे दे दो, काम कर लेंगे. I remember his words. It's there on the YouTube. 4 trillion took us 75 years. In coming 5 years, we are going to double. Imagine if 4 to 8 trillion or 10 trillion in 2030, if we grow by 7.5%, 6.5%, 6% GDP, what will happen in India? Just imagine, just relate yourself. Stick to your business model. India is the best country to live in. Please tell your children, your colleagues, your friends, it should be in your Jahan always. Your best country to live in. And best time is yet to come. Best time yet to come. And always carry this pride that I'm an Indian. Amen? अरे यार जोश ही नहीं है दोस्तों यार. Let's have some energy. I told you, अगर आपको entrepreneur बनना है, you need to carry, whether you're on highs or lows, need to carry energy all the times. Your mental strength is very important. So the energy should be very high at all the times. For you, it's always good morning. No noon, no good night, or no evening. It's always good morning. You have to carry that energy as an entrepreneur. Right? अरे यार फिर Are you excited or anxiety? You should feel excited all the times about your country, about your family, about yourself, about your business model, and try to give something back to society. As a banker, I carry that pride. It's a commercial world. All market caps, my salaries, a bonus, my ESOPs, everything is there. But I carry that pride. As a banker, I am serving back to society. Because I am getting money from somewhere, I am giving them extra interest. And I am lending to those people who are deprived of formal credit. And they are doing well in their life. They are doing well for their children, education, how they are growing. And in between, I am there as a banker. It gives me a lot of pride. That's why I got the license. So please carry that pride, whatever you are doing in your life. My time is up now. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for hearing me.